Morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Before we get started, I'd like to get my shout-outs out of the way. Today's shout-outs go to Alex Said the Aviator, 4th OR. I know that's a weird one, folks. And Agent Dog. So again, congratulations, Alex Said the Aviator, 4th OR, and Agent Dog. That's your shout-out. They were the first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus wins this shout-out. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and I have something pretty dang neat for you today. This is the See Me drone. It is a little selfie drone, little pocket selfie drone, but what's special about it is that it has a built-in GPS. You know, this is one of the first toy grades, you know, this has brush motors, by the way, first toy grades that I've seen with a built-in GPS. And what else is nice about this is it has a 1080p camera. Finally, we're seeing 1080p cameras. What took them so long, you know? Seriously. But yeah, this one's got a 1080p camera, 8 megapixels still also. Additionally, it records video both to microSD card, or it also records to your phone. The video that's recorded to your phone via Wi-Fi, though, is only 720p. The video is recorded to the microSD card is 1080p. Now, this has a built-in battery. It's a 750 milliampere 2S battery, but it is only, you know, built in. You know, you cannot remove it and replace it out in the field. You have to recharge it. So, and that is recharged via this micro USB port in the back of the drone. Now again, it is a folding quadcopter. You unfold it like so. You know, very simple to fold and unfold. And let's see, let's get it unfolded so you can see what it looks like unfolded. Folding all the arms. And there you go. Now the front lens. The front lens is there, and this right here is an LED light. I'm not sure what it's for. You know, it's not really going to illuminate you out in the open area. Maybe indoors it would for still photos and still videos, but outdoors this is not going to work very well, other than to help you maintain orientation on the drone. You know, which way is the camera pointed. So you might want to keep it on, but you can turn it off to save battery power. Now this, I believe, also swivels up and down. I'm trying to get the swivel down, but my fingernails unfortunately are not, I just cut them and it's hard to swivel it, but yes, it does swivel down, as you can see there. So, but I am going to keep it relatively flat, like so. What else do we got? We got an on-off power switch down here. Now looking on the bottom, we do not see any optical flow sensors, so again, this maintains its position strictly through GPS. Now it is a GLONASS GPS. I'm seeing upwards of 16 satellites being received by this. But I have also been seeing other people that have gotten this before me, mentioning that some of them have problems getting GPS lock on. I have not had that problem, but I think that might have something to do in your settings, especially the first time you set it on and asks you where in the world you are. You might want to make sure, you know, you go into the settings. I'll try to show that here later, and let it know where you are. If it has to go searching through the world, throughout the world where you are, it is going to have a hard, you know, time locking on. For me, it was only about a minute, and I had good lock on with 16 satellites. But again, I had told it I was in North America. So, okay, let's fire this up and show you the app for it and see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, to activate, you got to hold this on-off switch and push in for a few seconds here, and it should light up green. Got a green light. Then you put the drone down and you go check your Wi-Fi connections. Okay, I'm recording this via a screen recorder, but this is the See Me app. Before we go flying, I want to show you its menus here. And right now we only got 3 satellites. But let's go into the menus here. I wanted to show you this. The camera. You can actually set white balance, exposure, contrast, brightness, camera, or reset the settings. What I like about it is to make sure that you got the right white balance set up, that the colors look correct. And right now, they more or less do. Okay, let me try sunny day and see if there's any difference in color. Clicking sunny day, white balance, and taking a look. And it gives it quite a little bit of an orange tint. That's a little bit too much orange tint for my taste, so I'm going to go back to automatic white balance. And it does have cloudy day. Press cloudy, but this is not a cloudy day. But we'll select automatic white balance. And night also. And indoor. And candlelight. So weird different settings you could set for white balance. You can also adjust the exposure. Right now, let's take it down a bit, down a notch to about 2. Let's see what it looks like. That looks a little bit dull, so we'll go back up to 0. We'll leave it at base settings right now, and we're gonna actually, let me give it a little contrast. I like a lot of contrast in my videos. We'll set it up to 2. The contrast, see what it looks like. That actually looks kind of nice. I like that. So we'll leave it at contrast to 2. So we're going to back out of that. Brightness looked fine to me, and we'll back out of the camera settings. Now, this is what we got. This is our Wi-Fi settings. Right now, we got enough satellites. See what I mean? We got 11 satellites. Quality is 63. We're going to let that go up a bit here. See, it's increasing 66. It's showing you the how good the satellite signal is. But if you look down below Mag 49, that shows our satellite reception. If it's green like that, we have sufficient satellites to fly. So we have enough satellites to take off, but we're just letting it go up a bit. And actually, let's take off. To take off, all you got to do is press down and hold that lock button there. And it says calibrate CME. So we're going to do I guess we got to do a calibration. It's particularly a compass calibration. So that's simple enough to do. Notice by the picture that we got to rotate it. I'm going to put this down on the ground while I'm rotating. And then you do it like this. Actually, that's a vertical. Let's do that one more time. That was not vertical. Let's see if that was good enough. And we're going to hold down the unlock, and we're going to select outdoor mode since we're flying outdoors. And we are going to take off. And then I'm going to hit Find Me. This is going to point the camera in my direction by pressing that button there. And does it find me? Yes, it did. Now let's hit 360-degree rotate. And now notice it's doing a little bit of it's doing quite a bit of a toilet bowl right now while it's doing its 360-degree panorama, but it's stopping as it's rotating. And that's probably something to do with doing that rotation. That's helping give it its compass calibration. And we will stop the rotation there. Now I got a wind about 5 miles per hour. So that's going to affect quality too. It's going to probably jump around a bit. Let's do follow me now. Hitting follow me. And I want to go up a bit higher. Follow me is turned on. Hitting record. Let's see if it actually follows me. Well, it seems to be. Now, you got to keep in mind that this is using the GPS off my phone. Here, I want to stop to follow me for a second. This is using the GPS off my phone for what to follow. And if there's any inaccuracy between the phone and understanding where you are and where the drone understands where you are, there is going to be problems with follow me. But I'm over here now. I'm going to point the camera in my direction again, using the automatic point, and then turning on follow me again. And away we go again. Will it follow me? Is it receiving my phone? Oh yeah, I guess it's following me. So what if I walk toward it? Yeah, it's moving away. But notice how jumpy it is. That's because both I got a bit of a wind today. 3 to 5 knot wind. And you know, there's some differences in understanding of where I'm at and where it thinks I'm at. But follow me does work, especially if you move far away from it. Okay, I'm going to turn off follow me. And I'm going to go up a little bit higher, using this left slide button to go up a bit. And I'm going to come in closer, Coming closer. And it seems to have lost. Oh no, it's got me again. And coming down a little bit lower. Gonna go right up to the camera and say, get up a little bit higher there, a little bit higher. Come on, climb. Right there. I like my shirt today, folks. This is a good one, huh? I like the color in this one. Okay, so that's working. Now, you can actually control the movement of the drone by this pitch and roll bar or pitch and roll knob on the right. So if we want to pitch forward and go away, it goes off. And if we want to roll to the or pitch to the right, it goes off to the right. Or we can bring it in closer and bring it back toward me.
Weak signal.
And it's losing signal on my drone or my.
Weak signal.
Here, hit emergency.
Signal. Weak signal.
Didn't like the signal from my phone. I don't know why about that is, because I was relatively close. But again, the range on this thing is only predicted to be about 20 meters. So keep that in mind. I have good signal again, so we're going to do takeoff again. Starting recording, hitting. We do have recording, or we do have reception. We have reasonably good quality. And let me stop the video. Hold on. And holding down the lock button, and we are outdoor, starting the video and hitting takeoff. So there it is again, a little bit high for my taste. I like it about that level, eye level for Selfie bird. Now let's try it again, to the left, to the right, going back, pulling forward, back toward me. So that's how you use that pitch stick. Now, when you want to turn the yaw, there's this little arrow on the bottom, left and right arrow. You press to the left, and it does a slow turn, really slow turn with this thing. So that's your yaw control on the bottom. That arrow, right and left arrow on the bottom. See how it's yawing back again. And your altitude control is this up-down slide bar. Let's go up to about there, and while we're there, let's do another pan. We're going to hit I got to stop the video first. To do a 360 pan, you got to stop the video, otherwise it won't record. But now it's recording, doing a 360 degree pan. So all in all, you know, for the price of this thing, I think it's just under $80. You get a little GPS selfie bird that's actually not too shabby. Now keep in mind, this thing's not good for windy days. Today I got a wind of about 5 knots or 5 miles per hour, but it seems to be doing relatively good in that. But you go any higher than that, you're going to have problems, I guess. So I'm going to fly until we're out of battery. It says it's out of battery now, but I understand this thing will actually land itself on low battery. You know what we haven't done yet? Let's go over here, bring it toward me. We'll do a return to home. Let's see it do a return to home. There it goes back over to where it took off from. It's going to do an automatic return to home and landing. Let's see if it actually lands. Yes, it does. So that's an automatic return to home and landing. Let's see if I can catch it. Yes, you can. The reason I'm catching it is I got a lot of dust out here today where I'm flying. I didn't want to get any dust in it. The camera has stopped. Okay. I probably didn't like what I just did. I put my hand under there. Hold on, folks. We'll get it started up again. Because I'm pretty sure I still got more battery power in that. Let's see if we got connection. We got connection. Let's do one more takeoff. We're going to fly this thing until it lands itself. Outdoor mode. Takeoff. Okay, going back to moving over here. And going to go do follow me again. Where's follow me? Follow me. Come with me. My little GPS drone. Now look at it wobbling. That's because there's going to be some errors there. Hold on, let's turn that off. I want to go a little further away from it. Don't be too close to it when you do follow me. How about there? See if I... Okay. Okay, before, unfortunately, we're out of battery. It's going to do a landing.
Battery too low. Landing.
Well, let's see you land. Let's stop. Before it lands, let's do a photo shot. I got to get some of those 8 megapixel pictures to try it out. We're going to fly it until this thing lands, really does land itself. So, one more. So that's the 8 megapixel camera on this thing. Going back to recording again. It's still flying. One thing I haven't talked about, in the upper right corner there, you can notice those 2 share buttons, 1 and 2. You can actually share this on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. You set that up in the settings. That's pretty darn neat. You have, again, in the bottom left corner there, you have GPS, the quality of the GPS signal, which is pretty good right now, and the quality of the magnetometer, the compass, which is not so good right now. I could probably do with a compass calibration. And let's go up higher. Higher. It still hasn't landed yet. But let's do a 360 while we're up there. One more 360. From up there. Yeah, one of the things that I see some other folks have mentioned is the accuracy of this. There we go. I guess that's the end of the battery. The end of the battery life. Emergency stop. The battery life indicator is not super accurate. You got more flight time than what is shown there. You know, this is a 750 milliampere R3S battery in there. Let's turn off that flashlight. So that's it. That's the See Me. Actually, not too shabby little thing. So hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out.